Alrighty, folks. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Friday morning's live stream. Really glad that you're here. We are live, ready to rock and roll. The market is quite moving for a pre-market. We'll see what happens here this morning. Excited about what's to come. We're doing a extracurricular activity. We are recording a video as we speak, or I'm attempting to create a video. We'll talk about more of that later. I'm glad that you're here. Let's go ahead, open in prayer, and we will get started. Father, we honor you this morning. We thank you for your goodness and faithfulness. Thank you for your provision. Lord, I just pray that you would direct our steps, that you would lead us and guide us in and through all things. Father, I pray that everything that happens on this stream would be for your glory. Father, I pray that you'd bless everyone that is a part of this stream, that they would be blessed in every way, and that they'd see increase in their trading. Father, we honor you in everything that we say, and more importantly, in everything that we do. In Jesus' mighty name. And everyone said, amen. Well, good morning, everyone. Say hi to the chat. Alan, Mary, good morning. Hot Rod, what's up? John, good morning. Alex, how you doing? Scripture Cards, how are you from Brazil? Good morning. Wendy, good morning. Well, so the market has, the sell-off from yesterday was insane. I ended up targeting in my post stream yesterday. I saw this level here and I'm like, this is amazing. We're gonna go for Friday's midpoint. Ended up taking a loss after our stream yesterday right here. It ended up running against me, and then we ended up just getting out for the rest of the day. It ended up running the level at the end of the day. So this was the target. I had the correct target. Timing is everything. And yesterday we talked about target fixation. I tell you what, it is a real thing. If you cannot follow your rules and your plan when you're fixating on a target, look how many opportunities I would have had. I could have killed, I destroyed an account because I was so fixated on my target being hit. It hit at the end of the day. How many hours could I have sat in here and say, oh, here's the opportunity. Oh, here's the opportunity. Oh, here's the opportunity. Here's the opportunity, and it finally runs at the end of the day for that level. It ends up going a little bit lower, but that was this is the AM session for today. So we have already ran and swept an hourly low. This is my key level that I'm watching right now. I think from this sweep of liquidity, we're going to move higher. We've already ran our London high. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. Turtle soups are still gross. All right, so we have swept the London high and we have this beautiful breaker forming right here. I'm not interested in that for a couple reasons. We are at the midpoint of yesterday's range and the new week opening gap high, and it reacted at that level. So I'm not quite convinced of that yet. We'll see where the market wants to open here this morning and look at taking a trade. I am putting together a video as we speak. The video is going to be a Tradify challenge. I'm looking to pass and document a Tradify evaluation account in 3 to 5 days. That is the goal. And so we're going to be doing some we're going to be documenting that. It's going to be a part of this live stream. So if I have moments where I'm talking to another camera, it's because I'm documenting that for the video. Jack, if you keep spamming, you're out of here, my friend. So let's take a look at the higher time frame. We got the 4 hour 4 hour has had a double break already where it swept the high and the low. Okay, look at the wicks here run into Friday's midpoint. Wick, body respecting this general area. Body generally respecting the area. So if I had to guess, I'm looking at this 4 hour to be tagged. If I had to put a level to it. That is what I would like to try to target, is a retracement back up to here. I'm not looking for the full retracement. I'm just looking for price to reach that level there. We have an hourly. Did we tag it? We did tag this hourly. So I'm wondering if it might be this hourly up here, which is the daily inversion. From a 15-minute perspective, we got a breaker here that could be from the London high, and then the 15-minute fair value gap right here. So this is, I think this is what I want my target to be, is that area there. Oops. As of right now, I'm not opposed to it. If we start getting below the previous day low, I would probably say no. We did have CPI. CPI took place at 7:30. So was it CPI? CPI or PMI? PMI? I don't know. It's one of them. I know there's news today at 7:30. Let's mark up ES here real quick. We have an SMT with ES. ES is, oh no, do we have an SMT? Yes, we do have an SMT. Right here, we did not sweep that. We did not sweep on the hourly. We did not sweep here. And then on the hourly here, we swept it here. So an SMT on the hourly time frame. Interesting. 50% is exactly previous day low. 50% of this range right here is previous day low. We've already tagged it once, so I'm looking at it continuing to find support here. If we run lower, then it runs lower. We'll see what happens. Yeah, CPI. Yeah, there is definitely enough room. Okay. It's just a matter of, right now I see the structure. I see structure for the move to go lower. Here's 830. So we have a data low here. And that sweep of liquidity makes it is also helpful in convincing. But I want to see it maintain support above 50% right here. I mean, it could wick down here and come back up. That's fine. Yeah, I just talked about it. As long as we find support here, I'm not opposed to it. I don't know. What is Monday? It's a holiday, right? Probably not. What's up, Kafer? Good morning. President's Day? What do we think about Apple? Well, I don't trade Apple. I trade the Nasdaq, which is heavily influenced by Apple. So I don't know. But I think the way I look at the market is rigged. The market is algorithmically put together, and it moves in an algorithmic manner, and I just watch for those cues, look for those keys in the market that tell me where the market's going to go, and I take those trades in that direction. First time here. What's up, Joyful? Glad you're here. Good morning. What indicator is shown by the big candles? That is all these. These are my favorite that I use. Feel free to copy them if you like. The hourly on ES has given us a nice move higher there. Let's see what we got on the 15-minute here. I'm not opposed to 930 here. I realized I didn't have anything set up for it, so I wasn't able to take that. All right, so there's the data low that was tagged. Let's see how price wants to react to that. Right now, we're kind of inside of a range. It could go either way. I'd like to see higher prices here. Hello from Paris. The 930 model is something that I share for those inside of the Academy. It is the only model that I don't publicly share. In respect to those that decided to join and be a part of our community, our growing community, and that is for them. I know that Kai just recently joined and she's won 2 days in a row with it. I'm happy for you. You can find all the information for the Purpose Driven Trader Academy down below in the description. All right, so look at the wicks to the downside here. That's attractive, knowing that we have a previous day low. So I like that for us to give us push higher, but look left. There's nothing really attractive right here for us to participate in this. We do have this 1 hour did give us an order block right here, but with the volatility of the opening candle, that wick is very large. So it would hurt to try to do anything there. Here's another internal breaker, but we're not going to pay attention to that right now. Let's let the volatility shake itself out here a little bit. The up and down candles, overlapping candles. These are large candles, by the way. The ATR right now is about 30 points over the last 15 candles. And that, obviously, that's including all these tiny ones over here. But the average candle since the market opened, I mean, that was 670 points. Opening candle was 70 points. The last candle was 70 points. So we don't want to mess around with that. You get in on the wrong side, you're blown in just one candle. Your stop loss needs to be bigger than one candle, okay? So if the average size of the candles is that large, it doesn't make sense to get in. What do you think of base hits? Are you talking about Matt Trades? I did watch his video on it. I mean, it's a great concept. It's the thing that you have to deal with any strategy is yourself. So whether you do it or not, you got to master yourself. That is the key in all of this. Whether it's going for 50 points or 10, it's mastering yourself. Okay, so what did we do? We reached up to the last fair value gap in this range and now are pressing lower. We have a fair value gap down here that we'll go ahead and mark out. A 1 minute fair value gap just to see if it wants to reach all the way there. I talked about it yesterday, I believe. Was it in the live stream or was it in the post live stream? I can't remember. But this is messy, guys. I remember when I first started, it's like I didn't know what messy and clean looked like. And the longer I sat on the charts, the more I realized what messy and clean is supposed to look like. What we're seeing right here is messy. This is messy. Not Messi, the football player. Messy as in chaotic. Not organized. Not structured. Yeah, there's probably some structure in here, but very hard to think. Or very hard to see. I'm in it for the long haul, my friend. I got diamond hands for gold. Diamond hands. I don't know, what is gold doing? To be honest with you, I don't even care if it goes down. If it goes down to 4, it disappeared. If it goes down to 4,200, I'll buy more there. I just think it's a correction. No, I don't trade gold. I invest in gold though. It's different. Silver, gold is definitely stronger than silver right now. I'm hoping silver pulls out of it. I think it could go back into the hundreds. We'll see. We're watching this fair value gap right here. 15-minute time frame. We have basically nothing right here. Actually, I am missing this right here. Okay, we have a breaker. It's sloppy and messy, but here's a 15-minute fair value gap. We got 5 minutes left on this candle. I'm interested to see if this candle wants to come back up inside this range. If it does and we close inside this 15-minute fair value gap after this big push here, that's going to be very attractive for a long. Jaden, will you come close my door, please? Thank you. The hardest part about moves like these is when you got these size of candles, when you get the actual setup, a potential setup, it goes extremely quickly. And that's just part of it. Yeah, 49 handles is literally one candle there, my friend. That's nerve-wracking for me right now. To think about trying to take something that with the volatility of back and forth. Like, I would almost be interested in going long right here. Because the chances of it covering this candle is pretty high. I mean, you could have just did a quick scalp right there. Those are the kind of scalps that I don't have a problem taking, but it really doesn't promote solid trading habits. $8.15. All right, we're gonna have a $9.15 sweep of liquidity. We have a 9 a.m. sweep. Let's see if it sweeps it or if it runs lower here. Let's go to the 4 hour here just to see what we got and see if we're really gonna sell off. I mean, we had almost no retracement yesterday. We're inside of a 4 hour fair value gap. Let's see, this 4 hour closing is going to be a key indicator on where price goes, I think. So 17 minutes before 10 o'clock, and that's when this 4 hour candle is going to close. We did just fill the new week opening gap from right here. And that was tagged once before, it looks like, yeah. So I'm interested to see how this 4 hour, if it holds or not. Here's the thing that I'm thinking. I'm like, what in the back of my mind, I'm saying to myself, what if we're leaving the range? What if we're finally leaving the range and we're moving lower and I'm missing the entire drop? If I'm going to take the trade to the downside, I need to see my setup to the downside. And right now, I don't have it. I'm not opposed to taking it. But this isn't a setup. There's no setup in here for me. Honestly, my setup would be hit the 15 minute, and then find a drop. That 15 minutes also a 4 hour fair value gap. We need to retrace into some form of fair value gap. Here's one right here. If we get an inversion right here, I'm taking this long. We could get a retracement though, and it could be large, so I'm gonna wait a second See if it gives me a retracement here. All right, I'm gonna take that. This is the inversion model. When we hit a swing high, we will move our stop to break even, and that's right here. I will sell 1 micro there, since it is that's how we should handle this, and then we will move our stop to break even. If we can hit it. It's 250 points so far. Let's see if it can give us that swing high. All right, so target 1 is hit. Stop is going to be moved to break even for my 2 remaining contracts. We'll sell another one at this high and then leave a runner. Sometimes these moves are so quick. I tell you what, man, it's just like almost impossible. I really want us to hit this internal swing high. If we don't and we stop short, I will sell a contract in case it's a rotationary market and we roll lower. But it doesn't look that way. That is phenomenal. Okay, second contract sold. I'm going to go ahead and close it there. I don't want it to rotate back down here. That was insane. I hope that was copy traded for me. Yes. There it is. 1 trade. We're up $600 on 6 accounts. We took 3 micros. Man, that feels amazing. And there's definitely room to go. I know. I think I just got so excited on how fast that moved. It's like, wow, do I just want to be done in 2 minutes? Literally 2 minutes went by. I think that's what I was so flabbergasted about. 2 minutes and we got 113 handles. Holy macaroni. Yeah, I'm not like, yeah, I'll just take that. 113 handles in 2 minutes. I don't even care if it goes another 100, 200, 300 points. That's it. I mean, yeah, I only did 3 micros on that trade too. But this is something that's very important to see. Who can tell me, why did I take that trade? What was so convincing for me on why it's an inversion, sure. But why this inversion when we get inversions constantly and many of them can fail? Doji candle's not bad. I actually, one of my early models was when I got a doji candle. The big thing is the sweep of liquidity at 9 a.m. So we have a 1 hour sweep of liquidity right here. We tagged a new week opening gap low, and then we close above it in 1 candle. That really is, that is it, guys. I mean, that is it. It's that simple. Especially if you have a feeling it's going to go higher. I mean, we're probably just going to keep pumping up to those levels there. Yeah, the steps are, first off is bias. I was already long biased. I already wanted this 15-minute fair value gap to be hit. Okay? So my target was this 15-minute fair value gap. Do I need it to hit the fair value gap to be profitable? No. That's just my draw on liquidity. That's number one. Number two, I always am looking for some form of sweep of liquidity. I want sweeps of liquidity. Why? Because the market will sweep for those stops, sweep to grab orders, and then aggressively move the other direction. Happens all the time, consistently. Look back, you'll just see it. It'll sweep some level and then it'll aggressively move the other way. So sweeps of liquidity is number two. Number three, not just small sweeps of liquidity, but higher time frame key levels. Overlapping confluences is number three. What are the overlapping confluences? In this case, it's a sweep of liquidity. It's the new week opening gap that was already on my chart. It was the 4-hour fair value gap that we were already dipping into that I anticipated it to close in or above. And then the last confluence is aggressive knife-like price action through a fair value gap, creating an inversion fair value gap. That's number four. The knife-like price action is what's so attractive to me. Knife-like, it's just like, it's the kind of candle you get scared to go short in. It's like, why would I want to try to go short when this candle is exploding higher? You're right. Let's go long, baby. Let's go long. And I'm glad I sold. Holy macaroni. See that? I don't even care if it goes to the moon or drops to the floor. I don't care. We targeted a point of liquidity and sold. And it works. You can't overextend your stay. Think of it that way, right? You get in for a short period of time, you better be getting out for a short period of time. No, I ain't re-entering. This is a breaker. But no, I might move to my personal account. The volatility is too high for my personal account. It needs to slow down right here. The volatility is too high for my personal account. I have a tight stop loss on my personal account. So here's the thing I need to be. So this is a great transition, Pickle. I'm not picking on you, and I'm not, no pun intended, I'm not picking on you here, but I want to address something that I dealt with for so long. But before we do that, we do need to hit 75 likes because it's part of our daily affirmation. So I need 30 more likes, folks. Give me 30 likes, and then I want to have a conversation about something that's important, I think. Where did the 15-minute fair value gap come from? Well, you go to the 15-minute chart, look left, and what's the first 15-minute chart that hasn't been tagged yet? This level right here. This is the first 15-minute fair value gap that hasn't been tagged. So if we did, in fact, have this massive drop, we're going to have some form of retracement. This is the lowest level of retracement I'm anticipating price to come to. Now, the market might have manual manipulation where it just says, no, there's stuff going on in the market that I'm unaware of maybe, and it just wants to drop to the floor. But based on how I know price moves consistently, this is the minimum, in my opinion, the minimum viable level that price will retrace to before a major continuation lower if it's going to do that. Why? It's not because it's the 15-minute. It's because first it was the 4-hour. So what I do is I go to the 4-hour higher time frame and I say, oh, I love that level. It's the first 4-hour fair value gap that it could retrace up to. Then I go down to the hourly and I say, can I refine that? Oh, here's an hourly. Do I want the hourly? No, I don't. Why? Because it was already tagged. So I'm going to drop down to an even lower time frame, and I'm going to see if there's another fair value gap that hasn't been tagged yet, and that is the 15-minute. So 15-minute naturally inside the 4-hour, because our first our first target, our first analysis was based on the 4-hour time frame. So it should be inside the 4-hour as well. And so that's where I come up with a 15-minute. Three more likes, folks. Three more. Actually, I need to check to make sure everything looks good. I think I might have did the wrong verse here, but we're going to do it anyway. It's in regards to Pickle. Your words were re-entry. I never got the move. How many of you on the other side of this screen have sat and saw somebody take a trade that you weren't a part of and you felt envious? You felt duped. You felt like I wasn't able to participate in it. Why did they got some and I didn't get some? I can't tell you how many times I've felt that in my past. When I'd watch other people, it's like, how are they doing it, but I can't do it? Why can't I do it? And all these questions, all these lies start coming in. It's relentless. Okay? It's a real thing. Okay? I don't have that anymore. This isn't to brag. It's not to I think it's a natural byproduct of a strong desire of wanting something. But it's even worse when you are trading the same way they are and they make money and you don't. That's the hardest part. When you're here to learn, right? When you're here to try to grow as a trader, like, why didn't I get it? And this compounding feeling that just stacks up. It hurts. It's painful. And I might say that it's a sin. It's envy. It's jealousy. I want to encourage you, based on Proverbs 12, there's a few verses in here I'm going to read that I'm praying helps you to overcome this, okay? I'm not saying, I'm going to read this, but I want to preface this by, I'm not saying you, or if you do this, you are wicked, because the Bible has strong language, okay? You're not wicked. It's not meant to say, oh, you're a wicked person. It's just, let's just read the verse. Why don't we? I'm just kind of stumbling over my words, trying to articulate something that's very hard to articulate. Okay, here's Proverbs chapter 12. The wicked desire the stronghold of evildoers, but the root of the righteous endure. Evildoers are trapped by their sinful talk, and so the innocent escape trouble. Verse 14, from the fruit of their lips, people are filled with good things, and the work of their hands brings them the reward. I want to focus on verse 12 and verse 14. When you look at and when you consider your strong desires for something, I want to encourage you that your words and your hands are going to produce your result, not me or somebody else. The fact that you want somebody to, hey, that other person got a move, I didn't get the move, is jealousy and envious at heart. Realizing that the Bible says that the fruit's going to come from your own lips and from your own hands. This channel is not a copy a signal channel. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about education to teach you to be able to do the same thing in the future. That's why I spend so much time explaining what I saw, explaining what I did. I can't tell you how many channels I've been on that they don't put nearly as much emphasis and time on the educational part that I do so much. Because I want you to be able to see it yourself. I want you to not have those feelings that I used to have so much. And it came from working with my hands, meaning studying the charts, reviewing, backtesting my strategies, and all these things. And that leads us to verse 12, which says, the wicked desire the stronghold of evildoers, but the root of the righteous endures. The root of the righteous, meaning if you establish yourself in a right way, you don't have to worry about the money I make, the money somebody else makes, because you're trusting the Lord in the journey that you're on. So I say all of that. That was a long way around there to get to our affirmation for today. Chase what looks easy. My strength comes from integrity, discipline, and steady growth. What is rooted in righteousness will stand up and produce lasting fruit. Let me ask you, does that envious, jealousy feeling produce good fruit when you see somebody else take a trade and you didn't get it? Does it produce good fruit? It doesn't. What will produce good fruit? Blessing, encouraging, praising. That's the language that should be coming out of your mouth. And this channel has done so far a good job of that from those in the stream. We encourage those where money. I will, when somebody tells me they made money when I took a loss, I will literally tell them, way to go, man. I'm glad it was you, because I was way wrong. Because it's part of the process. So let's establish good roots. Let's build a solid foundation, not on envy, not on jealousy, but on righteousness. Amen. That's it. That's it for today. That's the word for today. What happened to my sound? Okay, I'm glad you got sound. It wasn't me. So, yeah, going back to you, Pickle, that wasn't me picking on you. It was just the perfect segue into something that I wanted to talk about prior to that comment. So what has happened, man? I'm glad I sold. I'm glad I decided, man, I don't want to try to make this because it came all the way back to the entry point right here. And we're kind of in this consolidation where I think we'll probably do that. That's the thing about bigger moves. I mean, that was already a phenomenal move in 2 minutes. You bet, John. By the way, I should if you want to do a good work, there is a nonprofit that's tagged on this channel called Innocence Freed. They are looking to help women find safe housing that are getting out of sex trafficking. My wife is a part of the ministry. I've been to many of their events. They're looking to buy another home for a safe house, and that's what they're raising money. So if you would like to give to that nonprofit, just know that we trust it, and I care about integrity so much, and we know where the money is going and what project they are on. So if you feel led, we're looking to raise $1,000 for them. I got that, Cantio. Lewis, what's up? Just joined. Do you think that we've already manipulated at open? It looks like it. I think so. I think the low is probably set for the day. I mean, if we run lower, it's because there's something else going on that we don't know about. Because we already had a 600 point sell-off. I'm looking, if anything, I'm looking for price to come back up to that 15-minute fair value gap. Thank you for the gift. It will go into good hands. Good morning, guys. Any idea what's going on with Take Profit Trader Pro Plus onboarding? It's been halted for almost 2 weeks. Did you get a call to go to a live account? Take care, John. I mean, honestly, after a move like that, I really want to be done for the day too. I'm not going to lie to you. We need to mark. I know, the volatility is crazy, isn't it? The size of these candles are huge. These are 50-point candles. The average ATR right now is 50 pointerooskies. That's huge. You get it wrong, you're gonna know very quickly, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, look where we closed. So the 4-hour candle did close, and where did we close? We closed at the top end of the fair value gap. Guys, I'm like 95% confident we're gonna hit this level. It's just a matter of how do we get there. So you'll find in your progress as a trader, you'll begin to read the market better before you become a better trader. You'll be able to read the market on where it's going to go before you become a better trader, because the only factor that's different between being able to read the market and making money is timing. And timing can take a lot of time. Getting the right timing for trades can take years. For example, I should have known better yesterday. I should have known better. I took a trade right here, short. I was seeing all this, and then right around here, I saw the Friday's midpoint, and I love Friday midpoint. If you don't mark Friday midpoint, start marking Friday midpoint. It will always be hit. It will always be hit, and usually it's hit on a Monday or Tuesday. This happens to be a Thursday. So if it doesn't hit on a Monday or Tuesday, it most likely hit sometime that week. So I went short here. Timing was wrong. Target was on point. I should have guessed, because I've seen this happen so much. I should have been smart enough to realize that when the market does this, what follows this is consolidation, and more than likely, I should have been anticipated it's going to go something like this. It's going to wick lower, go higher, wick lower, go higher, and then towards, I probably would have said something like 2 o'clock, sometime in the afternoon, it's probably going to run it at that point. And that's exactly what happened. It literally waited till the end of the day to run that level. Timing is everything. I called the level. I knew it was gonna. I knew it. But timing takes time. Timing is another level of your learning and education, and you'll always be growing in that, because you'll be able to see more of the market. Friday midpoint. So just mark out Friday. The Friday's previous day high and previous day low, and find the middle of it. If you do a Fibonacci tool for 50%, it should pull it up. Well, folks, you know what? I think I am going to call it an early day today. We had a good live stream this week. I do want to call it early today. I'm going to call it early today. We'll be back here on Monday, doing the same thing we're doing every day. But we're going to call it a day here. If you're interested in being a part of the Academy, you can find the information down in the description, or you can use the codes DTJ for any prop firms if you're looking to take your trading to the next level. Guys, thank you so much. God bless you. I love hanging out with you guys. Love our conversations. Be blessed this weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. You're right. It's Monday. Monday will probably be on a Tuesday. Probably be Tuesday when we're back. It'll be a private live stream for those, because Tuesday's our private live stream day. So for public live streams on YouTube, it most likely be Wednesday then. All right, guys. God bless. We'll see you later.